data types, I mean non-primitive or referenced or user defined data types. And after that, like again, actually we have concentrated mostly on primitive data types, like three types of primitive data types. I mean, primitive data types are classified into three types: numeric, character, and boolean. Again, these numeric data types are classified into integral and floating. In integral, four integral data types are there. Floating two, two floating data types are there. Character, there is only one character data type, and boolean also only one character, I mean one data type. So we have already seen what are the default values of these data types also. Right, right. Now, after completing this, then we had gone through with what are actually keywords which are present in Java, like 50 Java language keywords, and like what is actually a comment, and how to keep a single line in comment, how to keep multiple lines in comment. All those particular concepts we had covered in our yesterday's class. Now today, guys, we'll be trying to have an idea about variables. Okay, just let me try to keep a small side heading: understanding Java variables, guys. Variables. Okay, just a second. Okay, understanding Java variables. Now basically, what are these variables? Like if anyone asks you, okay, what is actually a variable, how we are supposed to answer that? How we are supposed to answer that? Right, just a second. Right, now guys, variables provide reserved memory locations to store values. They provide reserved memory locations to store values. Variables, like what, if anyone asks you what are variables, what are variables? Variables provides reserved memory locations to store the values. Now, do you know what, guys? These variables, like when we are speaking about Java variables, these variables are divided into three types. Okay, in Java, variables are divided into three types. Okay, what are those? First one is instance variable. Second one is static variable. Instance variable, static variable, and finally last one is local variable. Like this. So in Java, there are three types of variables are there. So point number one, what are these variables? Variables provide reserved memory locations to store values. Right. So let us try to have an idea about what are these instance variables, what are these static variables, and what are these local variables. Okay. So point number one, guys, first point. Point number one, instance variables. The variables which are declared, I mean, what are instance variables? The variables which are declared inside a class, the variables which are declared inside a class outside any method, block, or a constructor are known as instance variables. What are instance variables? The variables, okay, are known as instance variable. are known as instance variables. So what are instance variables, guys? What are instance variables? The variables, the variables which are declared inside a class, outside any method, block, or a constructor are known as instance variables. That is the first point which you need to remember whenever we are dealing with instance variable. I'll explain you guys. I'll let you know. I'll let you know. Kindly please don't worry. Okay. Now let us try to have like an idea about what are static variables. What are static variables? Okay. Now static variables, the variables which are declared inside a class with static keyword. The variables which are declared inside a class with static keyword. The variables which are declared inside a class with static keyword and outside any method or block or a constructor are known as static variables. Okay, what are local variables? Now, the variables which are declared inside a method, the variables which are declared inside a method or a block or a constructor are known as local variables. Let us try to have an idea about all these variables, guys. Okay, with the help of a small program, let me try to have an idea. So guys, actually whenever I'm writing a particular point, I'll be trying to prove that with the help of a code. Okay, now right, so I told you variables. What are the use of these variables? Variables provides reserved memory locations to store values. Okay, how many types of variables are there? Totally there are 3 types of variables are there. Okay, what are those? Instance variables, static variables, and local variables. Okay, now let me just try to have a method void meth1 void method1 like this. Okay, now int a equal to 10, static int b equal to 20, and int c equal to 30. All right, so guys, please help me out. What is this variable? Please go ahead. Please tell me. A is an instance variable. What about B? B is a static variable. What about C? C is a local variable. Exactly. So 3 types of variables. Instance variables, static variables, and local variables. So what are instance variables? The variables which are declared inside a class. The variables which are declared inside a class and outside any method, block, or a constructor. Okay, as of now, you know about method. All right. So is this variable present inside a method? No. This is a variable which is present inside a class. Now this is known as instance variables. Sir, what is the difference between instance variable and static variable? Guys, static variables are also declared inside a class, but with the help of the keyword, static. Guys, kindly please do remember, we can use static in 3 ways. we can use static in three ways. What are those? A variable can be declared as a static. A method can be declared as a static. Krishna, variable. A variable can be declared as a static. We can declare a method also as static. Guys, main method here. Main method is static. Am I right? Am I right? Yes. We can declare a method also as static and a block. A block. Sir, what is a block? Wait, guys. Wait. We'll be discussing that. So, yeah, Alpesh, not right now. We can do that for inner class, not for like normal class. So when I'm dealing with inner classes concept, I'll let you know. Okay. As of now, Alpesh, kindly please don't worry about advanced topics. Please wait for the topic which I'm yet to cover. Okay. Right. So guys, again, one more time I'm saying you, static is a keyword. We can use static in three ways: a variable, a method, and a block. As simple as this. So as of now, we are discussing about this static variable, and this is a static variable, and this is a local variable. Okay, guys, you got an idea about what is actually an instance variable, what is actually a static variable, and what is actually a local variable. All right. Now, guys, please observe here. System.out.println, system.out.println, and I'm trying to access my instance variable, variable, instance variable. Okay, system.out.println instance variable plus a, like this. So if I'm calling my method one, let me just, okay, new class a dot a method one, sorry, new class a dot method one. Now I'm calling my method one, and obviously I will be getting my output as instance variable value is 10. This is literally very good. Okay, guys. Okay. Now I want to access my local variable. Guys, please observe it correctly. I want to access my local variable. System.out.println local, local variable, local variable, and plus c, like this. Okay, guys, right now I am discussing about instance variable. I'll get back to static variable and local variable. Right now I'm concentrating on instance variable. So what is actually instance variable? Instance variables means the variables which are declared inside a class, outside any method, block, or a constructor are known as instance variable. As simple as it is. Okay. Now, guys, what is my output right now? Here, my output is 10. And here, what is my output? What is my output here? Yeah, local variable, sir. Local variable. Guys, come on here. Please make it as a habit. Please make it as a habit to respond in the chat. Don't sit idle. I'm not saying you are not listening. 100% you are listening. I know that, but please respond. You will remember here. You will remember. Okay. Okay. So right now, right click, run as Java application. Yes, instance variable 10 and local variable is 30. That is literally awesome. Okay. Now I want to take one more local variable, int a equal to, let me go with like 1000. Can I take a like this? Can I take a like this? 100% I can take. 100% I can take. Sir, already a is available here. Yes, exactly. That is an instance variable. I cannot take one more instance variable name as a. For example, guys, string a equal to Java. String a equal to Java. Right now, line number 8 is in comment. If I remove this from line number 8, like from the comment, am I going to get an error or not? Am I going to get an error or not? 100% I'll be getting an error. Why? Because both are having same variable names. Duplicate variable here, duplicate field. So here it is not possible. But if you are trying to take same one more variable name, like inside a method, that is possible. Why? Because the scope of local variable is only up to that method. Just let me try to write it like a point here. The scope of guys, are you understanding me? The scope of local variable is only up to that method. Only up to that method. Or we can say that the scope of local variable is limited only up to that method. Okay, it is okay. Scope of local variable is limited only up to that method. Okay, so this is the scope of a local variable. Okay, so that is the only reason here we can take a, no problem. Now guys, what is my expected output? What is my expected output at line number 13? I'll be getting my output as 1000. Am I right? I'll be getting my output as 1000. What is my, like, my output is 1000. What is the output I am expecting? Actually, what is the output I am expecting? Exactly, I am expecting 10, but I'll be getting 1000. Right click run as Java application. I'll be getting 1000. Why I'll be getting 1000? Because instance variable name and local variable name both are same. Instance variable name and local variable name both are same. Okay guys, let me ask you a small question. If instance variable name and local variable name both are same, the first priority will be given to local variable or instance variables? Exactly, local variable. Let me try to write that point here. If instance variable and local variable are having, instance and local variables are having same name, then the first priority will be given to local variable, will be given to local variable. Now immediately we are having a question, sir, how to access my instance variable? I want to print my 10. How to access that instance variable? All right guys, all right. Now guys, let me just try to ask you a small question. New class A, what is this? Tell me, just tell me what is that. Okay, object, very good. Anything else? I told you there is one more name for that. No, not construct. See, this is a constructor. I'm asking the entire thing. Exactly, instance. Did you remember that? I told you we can call this as object or instance. Did you remember that, guys? Object or instance. Now, guys, we can access we can access an instance variable in two ways. We can access, just let me try to write that particular point. We can access an instance variable in two ways. In two ways. What are those? By using identifier name, but here if we are using identifier name, is it going to work? Is it going to work? No. Why? Because instance variable name and local variable name both are same. So there is one more other alternative. What is that? By using identifier name or by using class, object or instance. Class, object or instance. We can access that. By using, we can access an instance variable in two ways. What are those? By using identifier name, or by using class, object or class, instance. For example, guys, here this is an instance variable. If I write new class A dot, guys, can I write like this? What do you say? This is a class object or class instance. You know, I can call these method. See, guys, how I'm calling this method one? How I'm calling this method one? With the help of an object or else instance, I'm calling method one. In the same manner, I can access an instance variable with the help of class, object or instance. Are you understanding me, guys? Please tell me, guys, please. Yes. So right now, if I execute my program here, happily I'll be getting my output as 10. Okay. Now let me try to modify the code a little bit, little bit modification. Let me try to make this as m. Okay, I'm making my local variable as em. I'm writing my local variable as m. Now, if I'm declaring my local variable as m, is it required to create an object? Exactly. Not required. Directly, we can access our instance variable like this. Directly, we can access our instance variable. So here we'll be getting our output as 10. So right click, run as Java application, instance variable value 10 and 10. Are you understanding me? Please tell me here. If, for example, if I'm having int m equal to something like, let me go with like 99. Int m equal to 99. Okay. Now, guys, please help me out. System.out.println. System.out.println. Now, what I want to do, I want to print my instance variable m and local variable m also. System.out.println instnc instance ria instance variable. Tell me what I need to write. Please, can you please give me the code? Give me the code. Instance variable. Give me the code. I want to access my instance variable. Instance. Exactly. Guys, I cannot write m. If I'm writing m, I'll be getting my output as 1000. Come on, yaar. How can I write m? I cannot write m. So I need to create a class, object or instance dot m like that. And system.out.println If I want to access LOCA, local variable, VARABLE, local variable plus m value and local variable m value, like this. Right click, run as Java application, and I'll be able to get my output as like this. So guys, did you understand? Did you understand? Like if there is a ambiguity, if there is an ambiguity between an instance variable and a local variable, how to resolve that? That is very good, guys. Literally. Yeah, very good, very good, very good, guys, very good. Now, yes, with the help of instance or by using class object. Very good, very good. Now, guys, there is one more small point, just one more point, that is, please observe here. Please observe here, guys. If we are not providing any values for the instance variables, if we are not provide, or else if we are not initializing an instance variable, then JVM will automatically provides the default values of the data types. If we are not initializing an instance variable, then JVM will automatically provides the default values of the data types. Means then JVM will automatically initialize them with their default values. For example, here, let me try to take int a. I'm not providing any value, guys. I'm not providing any value for this instance variable a. Okay. What is my expected output? What is my expected output? I will be getting my expected output as 0. Why? Because for instance variables, JVM will automatically provides them with their default values. What is the default value of integer, guys? Yesterday only we have discussed that. Yesterday only. Yes, the default value of the integer is 0. And so we will be getting our output as 0. Ganesh, non-printable character. That is the default value of character, Ganesh, not for int. Okay. For integer, the default value is 0. Don't forget, Ganesh. All right, guys. All right. So coming back. Variables. Okay. When you're speaking about instance variables, we know what are instance variables, like the variables which are declared inside a class. Outside any method block or a constructor are known as instance variables. If instance variables and local variables are having same name, then the first priority will be given to the local variables. Yeah, we already seen that. And if like we can access an instance variable in how many ways? 2 ways. We can access an instance variable. One more time I am saying you, we can access an instance variable in 2 ways, right? Like what? By using identifier name or by using class object or class instance. And yes, as I told you, if we are not initializing an instance variable, then JVM will automatically provides the instance variables with their default values. That's it. Now let us discuss about static variables. Right, guys, the very first point. Yeah, I mean, what are static variables? That is basic point. So the variables which are declared as static are known as static variables. Okay. And the second important point which you need to remember is static variables can never be local variables. What do you mean by this? What do you mean by this? Static variables can never be local variables. What do you understand by this point? Take time and tell me. Go ahead. Go ahead. Chetan, that is good. Dubey, that is good. Tarun, good. Shailesh, no. Akash, good. Monica, yes. Srija, Guruvaya, Rabia, Durga, yes, that is good, guys. That is good. That is good. Great, 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 guys. Great. So you are getting an idea, right? So static variables, we cannot declare static variables inside a method. For example, I want to make this m as static variables. No, you cannot do that. We will be getting an error. Okay. Now let us come back here. Next point is, guys, guys, kindly please listen to me. We will be discussing about static variables like static keyword most probably next week. In the coming week, we'll be trying to discuss about that static concept. But as of now, what I want you to remember is, actually this is important concept. Trust me when I say that. This is important concept. Now, static variables. The memory for the static variables, one more time. The memory for the static variables will be assigned at the time of class loading. At the time of class loading. As a matter of fact, guys, we have already discussed about this point when I gave you an idea about internal architecture of JVM. Did you remember? Like internal architecture of JVM, there is a concept known as class loader. So class loader will perform three actions I told you: loading, linking, and initialization, right? So last part, last task, that is initialization. Initialization means class loader will be able to initialize a static variable. So as of now, kindly please do remember static variables, STA, static variables are initialized at the time of class loading. At the time of class loading. Kindly please do remember this particular point, guys. Okay. Now, next point is we can access a static variable. We can access a static variable in, guys, in how many ways we can access a instance variable? Instance variable. In how many ways we can access an instance variable? Exactly, two ways, right? Now, when you're coming to static variable, we can access a static variable in three ways. In three ways, guys, three ways. We can access a static variable in three ways, right? What are those? By using identifier name, or by using class object or instance. Both are same. By using class object or instance, or by using class name. By using class name. By using class name directly. Okay, we can access a static variable in three ways. Kindly please do remember that. The first one is by using identifier name, directly the name of an identifier, or by using class object or instance. Class object or instance, and finally by using class name directly. By using class name directly. Guys, I hope it's clear for everyone. Just let me do one thing. Let me try to remove this like this so that we'll be getting a little bit more clarity on this particular point. Like this. Is it clear, guys, for everyone? For example, let us try to have a static variable. Yes, we are already having this static variable. Okay, now please observe here. This is B, right? Okay, now system.out.println. Just let me try to have, like right now I'm discussing about static variable. Static variable. Okay, now syso static variable plus I'm writing, what is the variable name? B, right? So I'll be writing B directly, like B. After that, wait for it. Okay, after that, system.out.println. Oops, sorry. Yes, system.out.println. Guys, can you please give me the code for the second way? Can you please give me the code for second way? Second way. Krishna, very good. Dubey, give me the code for second way. New class A dot B. Directly with the help of it, like we can access a static variable directly with the help of identifier, with the help of an object. And by the way, can you please give me the code for third way? Third way, guys, third way. Class name dot variable name. That's it. Three ways, right? So right click, run as Java application, and I'll be able to access my static variable like this. As simple as this. For example, guys, let me try to have static int m. No, I cannot give m. Why? Because I'll be getting a duplicate value here, right? So static int n equal to, let me go with something like 50. And here I'll be having int n equal to something like 2000. Now this is also a local variable. Okay. Now guys, I want to print both my static variable and local variable. Can you please help me out? What are my options? Did you understand what happening here? Did you understand what is happening here? Like there is an ambiguity how instance variable name and local variable name is same. In the same manner, I'm having static variable name and local variable name also as same. What do you say, guys? Like for example, system.out.println. If I'm trying to write, okay, this is n, right? Static variable. Okay, stat is static variable, static variable value, that is static variable n value value plus n, right? What is my output here? Here I'll be getting my output as 2000, but what is my expected output? 50. Right click, run as Java application, and see my expected output is 50, but I'm getting 2000. Why I'm getting like that? Because, can you please tell me the point? Because here the point is, if, okay, just let me try to write like a point. If exactly guys, if static and instance variables are having same name, then the first priority will be given to the first priority will be given to the local variables. So do you know how to resolve that ambiguity? Do you know how to resolve the ambiguity, guys? Okay, copy. In how many ways we can resolve the ambiguity? In how many ways we can resolve the ambiguity? Three ways, sir. Three ways, sir. Come on, yeah. No, not three ways. Not three ways. Guys, this in three ways, this is one of the way. Can we do that? No. So in how many ways? Still we are having two ways. What are those? Directly by using an object, sorry, class object. Yes. And I mean, this is one way. This is one way. And second one is, can you please tell me what is the second one? Directly by using, simply by using class name like this. Class name. Right click, run as Java application. I'll be able to access my variables like this. So did you got an idea, guys, how to resolve the ambiguity between a local variable and a static variable if they are having same name? That is good. That is good. Now, guys, one more point that is here also, guys, right? Same point, just one more point, that is, if we are not initializing an static variable, then JVM will automatically provides the default values of the data types. The default values of the data types. As simple as this. Just like instance variables, if you are not providing any values for the static variable also, no problem, not at all a problem. JVM will automatically provide static variables with their default values. Am I clear with this, guys? Can you please tell me? Yes. Now let me try to go with this local variable. Guys, the first point which you need to remember in local variable is the scope of local variable is limited only up to that method. The scope of local variable is only limited up to that method. Okay. Just a second. Which fifth point, guys? Which fifth point? Rupali and they are saying a fifth point is having a trouble. If static and instance variables are having sorry. Okay, guys, my mistake. Thank you for addressing this point. This is not instance variables, that is local variable. Just let me try to write local variables. Okay, right. Wait, guys. Okay, now, right, come on, again, local variables. Now, for example, guys, Let me try to have a method here. One more method. void void method 2. Okay, void method 2. Now, what I want to do is, guys, what I want to do is, I want to print M, N, and C. M, N, and C. Are you getting me, guys? Just let us check. System.out.println instnc instance variable plus M. System.out.println static variable static variable plus N. Okay, and finally system.out.println LOCL local variable local variable plus C. Now, guys, if you observe, we are getting an error here. Am I right? Why we are getting an error? Why we are getting an error at line number 41? We are getting an error at line number 41 because, yes, we are getting an error in line number 41 because, guys, compiler does not know what is this C. Okay, if I write something like ABC, then what you will say? What you will say, sir, ABC is not declared. You will say like that. Am I right or wrong? Like compiler does not know what is ABC. In the same manner, if you are writing C also, exactly the same explanation. The scope of local variable is, one more time I am saying you, the scope of local variable is only up to that particular method. Inside that method, it is limited. Once we came out from that method, we cannot access that. But when you're speaking about instance variable and static variable, entire throughout the program, we can access that. One more time, I am saying you, instance variable and static variable throughout the program, we can access them. But the scope of local variable is limited only up to that particular method. That's it, not more than that. Now, guys, is it clear for everyone? Like why we are getting an error? Okay, guys. Okay. Now, guys, for example, here you are saying that, okay, JVM will automatically provides the default values for both instance variables and static variables. What about local variables? What about local variables? What is your opinion, guys? What is your opinion? Right. Now, please observe here, guys. Please concentrate. Let me try to take a local variable. Int X. Am I getting any error? If I'm getting any error, I should be getting a red color line. So there is no error. Okay. Now, system.out.println X. Am I getting an error now? Am I getting an error now? Yes, I'm getting an error. Now, guys, please listen to this carefully. For local variables, JVM will not provide any value. No way. One more time, I'm saying you. For local variables, JVM will not provide any values. Okay. It is the responsibility of the programmer to provide the values for the local variables. Means it is the responsibility of the programmer to initialize the local variable. Up to now, is it clear? Guys, up to now, is it clear? One more time I am saying you, for local variables, JVM will not provide any values. Dot. Whose responsibility is that? Whose responsibility is that? Programmers. Means our responsibility. Our responsibility. Now, guys, the coming point. This point is very, very important. Please listen to me. Please listen to me. If we are declaring a local variable, if we are declaring a local variable without initialization, okay, let me remove this line number 43. Okay, I'm removing this line number 43. Now, I have declared a local variable and I did not initialize it. Am I having any error in my program? No. Can I execute my program? Just let me try to system.out.println, and here simply I'm trying to just edit like this, right click, run as Java application, right? Can I execute my program? Yes. So what I want to say is, if we declare a local variable without initialization, fine, no problem. You can execute your program. But if you are using a local variable, system.out.println, yes. If we are using a local variable without initialization, you will be getting a compile time error. Are you understanding me, guys? For example, line number 43, in line number 43, you are trying to print X. What is X value? What is X value? Who is going to give? Who should be giving the X value? We. I mean, programmer is supposed to provide. Did we provide? No. So what would be printed? Are you understanding me, guys? Exactly. Let me just try to have that point here. Point number three, that is for local variables, JVM will not provide any default values. For local variables, JVM will not provide any default values. It is the responsibility of the programmer. It is the responsibility of the programmer to initialize the local variables. Point number 4. If we are declaring a local variable, just let me try to write like this. Declaring a local variable and without initialization, if we are not using that local variable, we will not be getting any compile time error. If we are using that local variable without initialization, then our program will get an compile time error. Like this. Okay. If you are declaring a local variable and without initialization, yeah, if you are not using that local variable, we will not be having any compile time error, no problem. But if we are using that local variable without initialization, then only our program will be getting an compile time error. Kindly please do remember this particular point. Okay. So guys, this is an idea about variables. So three types of variables are there. Three types of variables are there. What are those guys? Instance variables. Instance variables. Just hang on. Just a second. I mean, I'm having the space here. So can I get it like this? It would be better. Right. Just a second, guys. Kindly please don't mind. Just a second. I thought the place would not be sufficient. So I have given like that. If we keep, okay. Guys, are you getting this like paint data, what I'm uploading? Do you think that like, is it useful for you? Like, what is your opinion? Is it okay? Like, do you find useful? It would be like a quick brush up, I guess. Just a second. Mm. Yes, finally, finally. All right. Yes. So guys, now, yes, now understanding Java variables. Yes, I told you like basically point number one, first point which we have discussed is actually what are actually variables. So variables, yes, they provides memory locations to store the values. That is great. So how many types of variables are there? There are three types of variables are there. Three types of variables are there, right? So what are those? Like instance variables, static variables, and local variables, right? So when you're speaking about instance variables, what are instance variables? The variables which are declared inside a class, outside any method, block, and a constructor are known as instance variables. Instance variables we can access in two ways. That is directly by using identifier name, or else by using class object or class instance. And yes, JVM will be providing default values for the instance variables. And if you instance variables name and local variable name are having same, like if we are having same name for instance variables and local variables, priority, the first priority will be given to the local variables. After that, we discussed about static. Yes, exactly, the variables which were declared as static, which are present inside a class, outside a method, block, or a constructor, are known as static variables. Static variables can never be local variables because static variables belongs to class rather than instance of a class. Guys, what I told you, when memory will be assigned for the static variables, the memory will be assigned for the static variables at the time of class loading. If you are writing a static variable inside a method, when that variable will be getting executed? Static, for example, if you are writing a static variable inside a method, the method, like whatever the variables which you are writing inside a method, they will be getting executed only whenever we are running our program. Means at runtime. Am I right or wrong? But when we are speaking about static variables, not at runtime, even before running the application, at the time of class loading only, memory will be assigned. So that is the only reason static variables can never ever be local variables. And yes, we can access a static variable in three ways, like by using identifier name, class object, or else directly by using class name. And here also, if static variables and local variables are having same name, then the first priority will be given to the local variables. And yes, we can access the static variable, like if we are having an ambiguity, we can resolve that ambiguity. We can resolve that ambiguity like in two ways. In two ways, we have already checked that. Yes, Sonal, like second point, what is that second point, Sonal? Which second point? Static variable or instance variable? Which second point? Sonal, just now, before like not even 30 seconds, I told you static variables can never be local variables, means inside a method, we cannot write static variables. What are local variables? What are local variables? The variables which are present inside a method or a block or a constructor are known as local variables. So if I say that static variables can never be local variables, means you cannot declare a static variable inside a method or a block or a constructor. Is it clear, Sonal? Is it clear? Good. Good. So guys, after that we had discussed like local variable, and I told you like what are local variables. Like just now we already told that like the variables which were declared like inside a class, sorry, inside a method, block, or a constructor are known as local variables, and the scope of local variables is limited only up to that particular method. Guys, this is very important point. Kindly please do remember that. Okay. And for local variables, yes, JVM will not provide any default values. It is responsibility of the programmer to provide the values for the local variables. And if you are not initializing a local variable, fine, no problem. You'll not be having any problem until you are trying to access a local variable without initialization. So if you're trying to access a local variable without initialization, then you will be getting an compile time error. When ambiguity means, for example, you are Vinay, and if one more person is named, if one more person is there, his name is also Vinay, then there is an ambiguity. Like if I call Vinay, who should respond? Are you understanding, Vinay? Ambiguity means that is the scenario. Got it? Good. So guys, please have this program for me, please. Regarding static block, static variable, static method, we'll be discussing in our coming classes, guys. Please concentrate on the topic, like ongoing topic right now. We'll be discussing, Gopi. Okay. First write the program. Supriya, first write the program, please. You want to write the content also? Guys, kindly please respond in the chat. Do you want to write the content? Harshni, those are local variables only. Okay, guys, content I'll be trying to upload it in the Google Classroom, guys. From the Google Classroom, you can write it. Okay. Content I'll be uploading in the Google Classroom. No issues. You already know that. Every day I'll upload the content in the Google Classroom. Please have this program for me, please. Don't copy paste. Please understand and write. Don't copy paste. Just a minute. Just a minute. Just a minute. I'll scroll down. Abhishek, sir, how is your throat? Thanks for asking, Abhishek. Still having some trouble, buddy. It will not be solved immediately. It will take 1 2 days time, I guess. But guys, thanks for your advices. Yesterday, you people gave me a lot of advices like warm water, salt. I did that. Frankly, I did that. Yes, please. Pratisha, you can call and you can join in your own timing. Black pepper. Okay. I don't think it's. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm doing that, Vinay, but not in hot water. I'm taking that in milk actually. Yeah, I'm thinking so, Nikhil. I don't have that option, Ramya. Like, time will not be sufficient for me. My day starts by 5 o'clock. Pranit, not completed. Okay, okay. Please, please write. Please write, Pranit. Sorry, Pranita. I'm sorry. Please, please write. Not exactly, Chetan. Not exactly. Like work from home, right? Depends upon the requirements, Ishwar. Shrikant, I'm sorry, buddy, I cannot say that. Please. Yeah, we can, Suresh, we can call instance variables also as global variables, Suresh. No issues. Yeah, hang on, Chetan. Others are yet to read. Please hang on. Abhishek, English, and yes, instance, we can call instance variables also as global variables and static variables as class variables. Up to line number 25 completed, I hope. No, no, no. Sangaram, please, like, see, along with core Java, you can attend, along with core Java, you can attend Oracle or UI. Okay. Don't go for advanced right now. Advanced, please go to advanced after completing at least OOPS concepts. Okay. Again, one more batch will be started. New batches will be started, Sangaram. According to your comfortable timing, you can attend. But full stack, joining full stack course, like literally it will help you a lot. I strongly recommend joining full stack course. Yeah, you can attend HTML, CSS, no problem. Uh, Not sure, Chetan. Like if I started that, you will be knowing that. Datta, I understand. I understand. Like there will be one more batch started here. Can you please wait for that, Datta? Okay. All right. Completed, guys. Krishna, Java developer can write UI, but UI cannot write Java code. As simple as this. Okay, Krishna. And this is the output. This is the output, guys. This is the output. Please check this. Anish, first learn HTML and CSS. After that, Angular, not right now. Chandraban, I had scrolled down, right? I had scrolled down. Which line you want? You want me to scroll up like this? Line number 29. Acha, acha, acha. Okay, fine. Okay, buddy? Right. So guys, please have this output. And that's it, guys. That's it for today. That's it for today. And tomorrow, holiday, take a break. Take a break, guys. And again, we'll be meeting again on Monday. And guys, Sunday, yes, kindly please do a quick recap of the concepts which we have covered up to now, guys. Can you do that for me, please? Guys, please. Don't forget to recap, please. Guys, Java is such a language that if you are listening, it will be very good. Trust me when I say that. If you are not practicing, we will forget, guys. We will forget. I don't want that to be happen. Okay. So please, I'm not asking you more. I'm not asking you more. Just for below 1 hour, just below 1 hour. Up to now, whatever the topics which we have covered, if you complete within 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, half an hour, fine, no problem. But please go through the topics up to now. Like I'm speaking about the demo classes also, right from the demo classes onwards. Okay. So in demo classes, we have written a lot of programs, right? So if you are interested, you can write some programs, you can practice some programs, but just 1 hour, guys. Can you do that for me, please? You will. Gupta, you will. 100% you will. All right, guys. All right. So thank you, guys. Thank you for listening. I hope you have enjoyed our today's session. We'll be trying to continue our session again by Monday, right? Thank you, guys. Thank you. Good night, guys. Have a fantastic weekend.